What are the 3 things that I would change if I were to do keto again? Find out. Hey guys, Spencer with Trash Panda Keto Kitchen, the channel for new keto users or those that are just curious about the keto lifestyle. Today, we're going to be talking about what 3 things I would do different if I was to restart my keto diet. Hey, if this is your first time here, do me a favor. Click that subscribe button and then hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we drop a new video. So I am asked quite a bit, is there anything that I would have done different when I started the keto diet? And the answer is yes. Hindsight being 2020, there's always something that we can do a little bit different. So we are going to break down just really the 3 top things that I would change as far as mentality or equipment, and you be the judge. Everybody's going to have their own opinions, but do me a favor. If you've done the keto diet, leave a comment below and let us know how you started and what recommendations you would have. So let's get started. Okay guys, so first things first, my biggest piece of advice, measure. You're going to want to measure everything. You don't have any kind of reference point unless you measure. So if you're trying to go from say a 40-inch waist down to a 32, if you don't measure, you're not going to know. And so what we've got is just a simple fiberglass flexible tape measure that you can measure your waist. I would tell you, measure your arms, your waist, your legs, your thighs, your chest. Measure it all, because you're going to want to know that as you move along, it's a really great motivation point. If your waist is, say, a 40-inch waist, and now you find yourself being a 39 or a 38, that's a motivation point. And so you're definitely going to want to measure. As far as measuring, you're going to want to have a place to track it. And we mentioned in the last video, I use Carb Manager. Now there's several other apps out there. Pick the one that works best for you, that's in your price range, whatever you want to do. You can even have a notebook. We bought a notebook to start off with and started jotting things down. That's kind of the way we got started. And then you can also write down your goal expectations. And so what do you plan on using keto for? Is it a health benefit or is it a diet? Do you want to lose 50 pounds? Do you want to do it in a certain amount of period? Are you going to obsess about your weight? Are you going to weigh every day? Get those things figured out, but they all kind of get into measure everything. Okay guys, so this next one is going to be dependent upon your situation. Review your pantry and refrigerator. And I say that because if you're doing this as a family, then all your keto meals and your dinners and such are all going to be made at one time, and it's going to allow you to prepare your meals in a keto fashion. If you're doing it by yourself and the rest of your family's not on keto, it's going to be a little bit different. My wife and I, we're empty nesters. And so for the both of us, I do a majority of the cooking, and so everything we cook is just going to be keto friendly for the most part. We do have our cheat days here and there. So I would tell you that review your pantry. Now we're going to go back to point 1 a little bit, and we're going to talk about measuring in the app, because you really need to have something that is going to be able to review what's in your pantry. And so as you review items, take a look at your box meals, and I'll guarantee you most of those are not going to be keto friendly. The second thing I would tell you about reviewing it is go ahead and start segregating your food based upon keto and non-keto friendly items. And so for instance, in my pantry, everything we have, I would say probably with the exception of a few things, just because when my daughter comes over, maybe we have something for her, but the majority of our items, on one shelf I have all of my keto baking items. And so I have my erythritol, my swerve, I've got coconut flakes, I've got my almonds, I've got my Lily's chocolate. That's all on one shelf. On the next shelf down, I've got some of my canned vegetables. I've got some more of my cooking supplies. I may have some of my oils, what have you. And then off to the side, I have all of my keto snacks. And so whether they be fat bombs or anything else like that, I know that if I'm looking at, just for a snack, I know exactly where in my pantry I want to. And that may be a little OCD, but it just makes it a lot easier so that I know what I need to get from the grocery store, or if I need to make something, or if I'm starting to cook a dinner or put something together, I know if I have the appropriate ingredients. And so I would tell you that again, going back to the Carb Manager, they have that QR reader that becomes really helpful, because you can actually scan the UPC code and it'll tell you right off the bat whether it's keto friendly or not, and it grades it on a scale from A to F and tells you to either avoid or that it's good. So being able to review food that is in your pantry is a key element to beginning keto. So review your pantry and your fridge. Okay guys, number 3, and this is probably the most important. It's going to require a little bit of work on your part. understand keto. What does that mean? And so take the time now before the new year starts to get some knowledge and a little bit of research done on what keto is exactly and whether it's the diet for you. 100% honest, I don't think that the keto diet is for everybody. I think that a lot of people kind of look for that magic pill and they want to lose 30 pounds in 10 days. And they're getting ready for a big event, and so they're going to keto their way to a 30-pound weight loss in an unrealistic period. If that's the case, this diet's probably not for you, or this lifestyle is just something that's not going to be conducive to what you're looking for. Understand what the health benefits are and the weight loss benefits, and understand what your goal is, and know that you're kind of changing your lifestyle a little bit. That's the big thing. And when you know that, you know your target. And so for keto, we want 75% fat, 20% protein, and 5% carbs. What does that mean? We go back to the initial bullet of tracking. That means for me, it's 143 grams of fat, 115 grams of protein, and 23 grams of carbs. I need to be able to track that, right? And so part of tracking it and understanding keto is understanding where my key foods fall. It's really easy to get your proteins in. And you hear about this diet a lot, and you'll hear, I can eat all the bacon and eggs I want. And it's not the point behind keto. The point behind keto is you're changing your lifestyle and you're getting your body fuel in a way that you're not used to. You're fueling it with fats instead of carbs. And that's really kind of the big piece about keto. So understanding the tracking and the cabinet and kind of the how you put this all together and is generally your understanding of keto. And so if I'm looking for meats, I'm looking for salmons and sardines and beef and chicken and turkey and lamb. I understand that I don't eat chicken breasts that much anymore. We use chicken thighs. It's got a little bit better fat, especially if you leave the skins on them. I know of my source of fats, or like my bulletproof coffee, how I start the day, because it does have the MCT oil in it and it has the grass-fed butter. It's a great source of fat to start my day. My oils, whether I'm using avocado oil or whether I'm using olive oil, it tells me, my butters, chicken thighs, fat bombs, nuts, whether it be macadamia nuts, almonds, or pecans. All of those kind of encompass the keto diet, and knowing how those fit into your plan because of your research on keto is going to be crucial in order to meet those macros of that protein, fat, and carb. You're going to want to know that. So do your research on keto. Research, research, research. Okay, guys, hey, I hope these 3 tips were helpful for you. We've kind of ran the gamut of this whole thing. And in the next video, I'm going to talk about the 5 sites that we typically go to, or that we went to when we first started keto. And I'm going to kind of break them down in a way that I wish somebody would have explained them to me. It's going to be simple, but they're going to be a great resource for you to go ahead and start watching on YouTube so that you can kind of get a better understanding of what keto is. Hey, if this is your first time here, do me that favor. Hit that subscribe button, share the page, and then click that notification bell so you're notified every time we drop a new video. We're quickly closing in on to 2021, and I hope everybody had a great year so far. I know it's been a crazy year. 2021, it can only go up from here, right? Hey, we'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.